Hi everyone, it's Marcy here from Stampin' with Marcy. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Thank you for pressing play on today's video. Today I am here with the Creating Kindness design team, and this month's theme is inspiration. My card that I will be creating with you today is one that I created with the Myths and Magic Specialty Designer Series paper. And it was inspired by the paper and a memory. When my boys, who are now grown men, were little, they had a Fisher-Price castle that had knights with it. So when I saw this paper that is just awesome, it has your dragons, your castles, your knights, it's got wizards and mermaids. When I saw that, I immediately thought that I needed to create something with it that my boys would fondly remember. So I set about creating today's card. I also paired it with the sliding door framelits. When I saw these framelits for the sliding door, I thought, oh, that is just too perfect. I need to put my knight and my dragon on it. So I have attached the knight on the bottom. He's marching across the front of the castle wall, and this cute little dragon is flying across the top. So I have already fussy cut out a dragon and a knight to save some time for today's card. So let's get started. Let me just put this aside. So I have already used my brick wall embossing folder to create the card front, and I'm going to take the sliding door framelit from the barn door, and I'm going to use that to create the two slider areas. So let me get my big shot in here, and I'll try not to shake the camera too much on you. So I'm placing it, centering it on my panel, and placing it so that I'm using my magnetic platform. So I'm going to place it so that my dragon and my knight are positioned so that they're not going to be hanging off the page. So before I attach, I can see that this needs to come down a smidge. So I will just pull him down a little bit because I don't want him off my page, the card front. So there, I think that will be good. Now, all of the directions will be found on my blog, www.stampinwithmarcy.com. You can go there to purchase all of the supplies that I used today to create my project. Okay, so there, as you can see, it's now created the two sliders. So I am now going to take my sponge dauber and my smoky slate, and I'm going to give my bricks just a little bit more definition by going around the lines. It not only gives it a bit of definition, but I find that it also Makes it look like it's aged a little bit. And then around the bottom here and the sides. Okay, I'm going to set that aside for a minute. And my sentiment, I have die cut out a oval using my layering ovals, framelits dies, and I am going to use some basic gray ink. I always flip it over to take a look and make sure that my image is completely covered. Stamp that. Okay, set that aside. Close up that ink pad so I don't make a mess with it. And then I'm going to do the same thing and just go around the outside so that this matches. Okay. So to create my slider, I don't know who had come up with this really smart idea. They cut down their window sheet and put it behind and used a one of our foam adhesive strips. So I'm going to do that to create the backing for my slider. Scissors, and I think my piece is about 1.5 inches wide and, or sorry, 1.5 inches maybe long and 3/4 of an inch wide. So it just has to fit so that it will slide through. This will fall through without anything being attached to it. So once the dragon is attached, it's not going to go anywhere. See, it slides nice and easy. And so now I'm going to do the same thing with my knight. It is a little tricky to see whereabouts it is when the background is white and it's a clear sheet, but I hope I've got it centered okay on there. All right, so now I'll just pop him on, and now there he is. He's marching across. And if you flip it over, you can see that on the back. Now, on my original card, I've got vines growing up the side. I used the boxwood wreaths. They come in a package of 6, and they're little circles. So I just opened them up and stretched them out and then cut them down. So because my knight is going the opposite direction, I think I'm going to put my vines on this side, and I'm going to use just some glue dots on the back. And these are on a wire, so you can manipulate them to whatever shape, direction you need them to go. And you can also move the leaves around. So I think 3 should be good for the longest one. One in the middle, one in the top, and one at the bottom. And I'm just using my paper piercer to pick those up. And then that also covers that end of the track that you don't necessarily want showing. Now I think this card here would definitely be a hand deliver card because the fact that it is thicker. So Canada Post is going to say, I don't think so. You're going to have to pay more because that's not going to fit through my little slot. And then one little short one that I've cut. And I think this guy only needs 2 glue dots. So this is a blog and video hop. The other demonstrators that are taking part in the video portion, all of their links will be listed below. So please click on the link below to hop along with us. We truly would appreciate it. If you're enjoying our videos, give them a like. Subscribe to our YouTube channels. We really do appreciate that. There's a lot of wonderful demonstrators that are part of our design team, and this month our guest designer is Brian King. So I am using the foam strips on the back as well of my card. So I'm just going to bring him across, snip, one in the center. I don't want it to collapse when it's got the extra stuff on the front. So as you can see, this card looked like it could be a little difficult to make, but it was super easy. I know that you could recreate it at home with no problem at all. And I am sure if you've got little boys in your life that they would really get a kick out of this card. It's very interactive. I must say, Celebration is still going on as well. It's the best time of year to stock up on your Stampin' Up! Supplies, as you get free things with your purchase. That's always a good thing, free in my world. There you go. So there is my card that I created today. And here is my original. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Remember, all of the directions are on my blog. And while you're there, you could purchase all of the supplies I used to create today's card in my online store. I truly do appreciate all of your business. Thanks so much for stopping by, and have a super day. Bye.